Hello everyone, myself Mr. Sandeep, and today I am present here with a new video on mathematics for class 10. In my last video, I have discussed with you exercise 3.2, in which we have discussed a few questions from the first method of solving the pair of linear equation, that is graphical method, as well as we have discussed about the comparing the ratios also, right? And today in exercise 3.3 we are going to discuss about the second method of finding the solution for pair of linear equations, right? So let's start with our lecture. Exercise 3.3. 3.2 is over. So here comes the exercise 3.3 from NCERT book. So first question is to solve the following pair of linear equation by substitution method. Yes, today we are going to discuss about the substitution method. So let's start with the first question and second part, as question part 1 is very simple. Okay, so all the question has to be done by the same method. So our motive is to discuss and understand the substitution method. So let's begin with our second part. So here is your second part from the first question. So the name of the method is substitution method, as the name suggests substitution. Maybe you have heard this word so many times in the school also. Substitution means one person is substituting the other one. In the same way, here we are talking about the variables. So here one variable will substitute the another variable, right? So let's see how. So I told you earlier, whatever the method is, always you will be given with a pair of linear equation. Two equations will be given to you. So here also you are provided with the two linear equation in two variable s and t. Earlier we were solving the equations in x and y, and here the equation is given in the form of s and t. So variable can be any alphabet. It can be uv also. Clear? So this is in the standard form, general form, so will be written as it is. Give it number 1. Then in the second equation, you can see here the coefficients of s and t, they are in fraction. So first of all, we would like to reduce this fraction. So what is the formula? What is the method for reducing the fractions? So what is the LCM of 3 and 2? Check out the terms which are given in the denominator, find out their LCM and multiply the equation throughout with LCM. So LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. Multiply this term by 6 here. You will get here 2s. Multiply here by 6. You will get here 3t. And here 6 6 are 36. Clear? So give it equation number 2. Now this is also in the simple form. Now the methods begin from here. You are having equation number 1 and 2. Now it is your choice. You may take out the value of one variable in terms of another from any one of the equation. Okay, that depends on you totally. So here I am taking the value from equation number 1. So there is a reason behind it, because in equation number 1 there is no coefficients of s and t. So it means when you will find the value of s in terms of t, you can see here there is no fraction. But if you will try to get the value of s from the second equation, you will get here fraction. So to avoid the fraction, I have taken out the value of s from the equation number 1. Clear? So keep this thing in your mind. Always try to solve the question with a simple method. Otherwise you can take out the value of s from equation number 2 also, that I will show you later on the next page. So from equation number 1, s will be equal to minus t will shift that side, will give you t plus 3. Clear? So give it equation number 3. Now put the value of 3 in 2. This value you need to put in 2. If you take out the value of s from 1, then you need to put the value of s in 2. एक से आपने वैल्यू निकालनी है और दूसरे में पुट करनी है, राइट? कीप दिस थिंग इन योर माइंड. अगर आप एक से निकाल के एक में ही डाल दोगे देन यू विल गेट नथिंग. सो take out the value from first equation and put in the second equation. Now see what you are getting, 2s. In place of s you will write down t plus 3 here. Okay, plus 3t as it is equal to 36 as it is. Okay, so what we have done in this step, only we have replaced the value of s in terms of t. Now after this simple equation you will get, solve it. 2 into t, 2t, 3 into 2, 6, plus 3t is equal to 36. So here you will get 3t plus 2t, 5t is equal to 36, plus 6 will shift here, minus 6. 36 minus 6 will give you 30, and this 5 is in multiplication, that will go in the division. So 30 divided by 5 will give you 6 as the answer. So finally we have got the value of one variable, that is t is equal to 6. So now what is your work? You have to put this value of t is equal to 6 in the equation number 3. Okay, you will put here 6, 6 plus 3 will give you 9. So finally you will get here s is equal to 9. So therefore s is equal to 9 and t is equal to 6 is the solution. Is it clear? So method is very simple. Take out the value of one variable from first equation, put that value in the second one, you will get the simple equation, simplify and solve it, you will get the value of first variable, put that value in the equation number 3, you will get the value of second variable. This is the method only. Clear? This is called as a substitution method, right? So all the questions of this exercise are exactly same. There is no change in any steps. Only the changes will be there in case of simplification. Somewhere you will get the fractions. Okay, so you should have the practice in solving that. You see that fractions also, right? So let's start with our next part. Now see, part number 3 I have left because that is so simple. The equations are already given in the simple form. Now come to the fourth part. So it is given here 0.2x plus 0.3y is equal to 1.3, 0.4x plus 0.5y is equal to 2.3. Now you can see here after decimal everywhere single digit is there. After decimal single digit is there. So how you can simplify it? So it is better to remove the decimal from here because it is uh, typical to operate in terms of decimals. So multiply throughout the equation number by 10. Second also you can multiply by 10. Why? Because after decimal one digit is there. So our motive can be solved by multiplying by 10. So 0.2 into 10 will give you 2x. 0.3 multiplied by 10 will give you 3y. 1.3 multiplied by 10 will give you 13. So you can see simply the decimal has been removed. Rest of the non-zero numbers are placed over here. So this will give you 2x, this will give you 3y, and this will give you 13. So same directly you can show here. 0.4x will become 4x plus 5y is equal to 23. So give them equation number 1 and 2. So exactly now you have to follow the question number 1 second part that we have discussed on the last page. Okay, so rest of the part you have to do yourself. Then come to the fifth part. Here I am solving the whole question because the question is given in the form of square roots. The coefficients are in the form of square roots. So method will not change. Only there is a difference in the simplification only. That needs a lot of calculation. So this is equal to this. As it is I have written, give it equation number 1. And here what I am changing, root 3 will remain as it is. Root 8 will be changed. Okay, you need to change the form of the root 8. So in place of root 8 I have written 2 under root 2. How you can write down? See here on the top, root 8 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2. So one pair is complete. You can take out 1 2 from outside from the pair, and 1 2 will be inside. So this will give you 2 under root 2. So like this we can replace root 8 by 2 under root 2. So finally we have got here equation number 2 also. So again the method is same. From equation number 1 we have got the value of x is equal to minus root 3 upon root 2 y. Give it equation number 3. Now according to the method this value will be put in the second equation. Now see here, root 3 into x. In place of x you will replace here by minus root 3 upon root 2 y. Minus 2 under root 2 y as it is, you can see here, is equal to 0. Now see, any cutting is possible here? No. So it means here you have to take the LCM only. So root 3 into root 3 will give you 3, and this root 2 will be crossing here, will give you root 2 into root 2, 2, and 2 2s are will be 4, right? So you will get here minus 3y minus 4y whole upon root 2 is equal to 0. So what about minus 3 and minus 4? That will give you minus 7. Sorry, I have written here 4 only. So this will give you minus 7y. Clear? So after that, y will be equal to 0. So now you are thinking where this root 2 has gone. So this will cross here with 0, and 0 multiplied by something will be equal to 0, and y will be equal to 0 upon minus 7, and 0 upon something is equal to always 0. So that's why I have written over here directly 0. So no need to show here that shifting the 7, crossing root 2. So that has to be shown in the junior classes in class 6 when you are just learning the simple equation. So here no need to show, no marks will be deducted for it. Okay, then again according to the method we will put this value of 0, that is of the first variable, in the equation number 3, and this multiply by 0 will be equal to 0. So here also we are getting x is equal to 0. Okay, there is no problem if you are getting x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Clear? So infinity should not come here, undefined should not come here, 0 can be there because that is finite number. So therefore x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 is the solution. Clear? So this is important part. 2-3 times this part has come in the board exam. Okay, so do it carefully. Then let's move to our, after this sixth part is there, that is also involving the fractions, and method of reducing the fraction will remain same. You will multiply both the equation with the LCM, then you can get the simple equation. After that follow the complete method. Clear? Now come to your question number 2, that is also same. So you are given with the two equations. They are saying solve these two equations and hence find the value of m from the given relation. Y is equal to mx plus 3 is given to you. This is also important question. So what do you need to do? First of all, you will solve this equation with the same method, that is substitution. So it depends on you. Now here see, I have taken out the value of x from equation number 2. Why? Because in both the equation coefficients are there. So आपका बेटा वो तो आना ही आना, आपका फ्रैक्शन तो डेफिनेटली कम हेयर. So that's why whether you take out the value from first or second equation, both are the same thing. Okay, same complication will be there. So from here equation number 2, I have taken out the value of x is equal to 4y will shift this side, will become plus 4y minus 24 divided by 2. So this is your value of x. Now you can see here 4y and minus 24. Out of 4 and 24 you can take out 2 common. So divided by 2 will give you 2y minus 12. Give it equation number 3. Now you need to put the value of 3 in equation number 1. So here it is 1. So what it becomes? 2 into x. 2 into x, in place of x you will write down 2y minus 12 plus 3y is equal to 11. Now open this bracket, you will get here simple equation and solve it for the value of x, for y. So y we are getting here is equal to 5, and that value of 5 will be put in equation number 3. 2 into 5 minus 12 will give you how much? Minus 2. So finally we have got the value of x also, that is equal to minus 2. So now we are having the value of x and y. We need to put in the given relation, that is y is equal to mx plus 3. In place of y you will write down 5. In place of x you will write down minus 2 plus 3 as it is. Now getting the simple equation in m, you can find out the value of m according to your own calculation. Okay, so how I have done, just see, minus 2m I am shifting this side to make it positive is equal to 5 will be shifting on the right hand side, minus 5 plus 3 will give you minus 2, divided by 2 will give you minus 1. Clear? This is the complete question. So what is the structure of the question? You need to solve first of all these two equations. you are getting here value of x and y, and that values has to be put in the given relation. Ultimately you will get the value of m. Clear? So this is your question number 2. Then here comes our question number 3, that are regarding the story sums. Okay, so you just have a look on the question over here. So here is your question number 3. They said form the pair of linear equation, right? So in the question number 1 you are already provided with the pair of linear equation, but in question number 3 you will first of all make the equation yourself. After that you will solve it also, right? So look at the first part. The difference between two numbers is 26. In this part they are talking about two numbers. So what we will do, our first step will be, we will suppose let the two numbers are x and y, and they said their difference is 26. So simply you will write down x minus y is equal to 26, right? And second condition is one number is three times the other. One number is three times the other. Now beta, you are in the senior class, you must know that what is the meaning of this. One number is three times the other, it means one is bigger and other one will be smaller. Definitely two, if they are talking about two numbers, one will be smaller and the second will be larger. And now see here, let the two numbers are x and y, and up to here we have not informed that which number is greater and which is smaller. Any number can be greater or smaller. But after writing the first equation, x minus y is equal to 26, we have declared x as the greater number. Clear? Can you imagine this? This is the common sense only. आप बड़े में से छोटा माइनस करोगे तभी आपको पॉजिटिव नंबर मिलेगा. ओके, 2 minus 1 will give you plus 1, 1 minus 2 will give you minus 1. So keep this thing in your mind. So greater minus smaller will be always positive. After that they are saying the bigger number is 3 times the smaller one. Bigger is which one? X. That is equal to 3 times of the smaller one, that is equal to 3y. So 3y will be shifted on the left hand side, will become minus 3y. So ultimately you will get here x minus 3y is equal to 0, and that will be your second equation. Clear? So now we have got the two linear equation in two variable. Now you can apply the substitution method and solve it for x and y, and that is your work. I have discussed with the formation of the linear equation, and solving is your purpose now. Okay, then come to the second part. In the second part they are talking about the supplementary angles. So what we will do, we will suppose the two supplementary angles be x and y. So if the two angles x and y are supplementary, definitely their sum will be equal to 180. This is the common sense or your previous knowledge. Okay, this is not written in the book. Okay, this is not written in the book, this we have written from ourselves, because already we know that the sum of two supplementary angle is equal to 180. So give it equation number 1. After that they are saying one angle is 18 degree more than the second one, or you can say one angle is smaller than the other by 18. एक दूसरे से 18 degree छोटा या बड़ा है. So what you can say, in the simple words we can say there is a difference of 18 degree between both the angles. So ultimately we can write down in mathematical form as x minus y is equal to 18. This will give you the second equation. Clear? This is your equation number 2. So finally we have got the two equation. Now it is your work to find out the value of x and y by using the substitution method. Clear? So now come to here, third part. Third part already we have discussed in exercise 1 3.1 as well as in 3.2 also. Here they are talking about the cost of bats and balls. So here we have supposed the cost of one bat is equal to x rupees, that the cost of one ball is equal to y rupees. So in the question they are saying cost of 7 bats. 7 bats means 7x, 6 ball means plus 6y, and that is costing how much? 3800. This is your equation number 1. After that he purchases 3 more bats and 5 more balls. It means 3x plus 5y will cost you is equal to 1750. So these terms are given in the book. So second equation also we have got. So ultimately we are getting here two equations, and now we can use a substitution method to find the value of x and y. Clear? Then come to our part number 4. So here this is a very important question of the exercise, or even you can say of the full chapter also. The taxi charges in a city consist of a fixed charge. Okay, listen it carefully. The taxi charges in a city consist of a fixed charge. So what I will do, I will suppose the fixed charge is equal to x together with the charge for the distance covered. It means whatever the distance the passenger will cover up, that will be charged extra, like y rupees per kilometer. Okay, so for a distance of 10 kilometer the bill is 105, and for a journey of 15 kilometer the bill is 155. Clear? So let's see how we are making the equations. Come to the solution. So here you can see I have supposed the fixed charge is equal to rupees x and charge per kilometer is equal to rupees y according to question. Now we have seen in the question that for a journey of 10 kilometer the cost is 105. It means fixed charges will be there definitely. अगर चाहे आप 2 किलोमीटर जाओ चाहे जाओ 10 किलोमीटर, fixed charges will remain fixed only. That is the meaning of the fixed charges. So x plus a kilometer, for 1 kilometer the charges is y, for 10 kilometer it will be 10 into y, that is 10y, and total will be equal to 105. Clear? In the same way, fixed charges plus for a journey of 15 kilometer, that is 15y, the amount will be 155. So this is your equation number 2. So we have got two equations. You can solve them by using substitution method to find the value of x and y. Okay, so in this step you will find out the value of x and y over here. So after that they are also asking in the question, what will be the amount chargeable for a journey of 25 kilometer. Mean to say you need to find out the value of x plus 25y also. So whatever the value of y, x and y you are getting here, the same you have to put in this equation. Suppose you are getting here x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 5. Then that value will be put over here to find out the total money which is required for a journey of 25 kilometer. Clear? This is a very important question. Okay. Then in the fifth part they are just talking about the fraction. So you know in the fraction numerator and denominators are there. So first of all we will suppose let the numerator is equal to x, denominator is equal to y. Therefore the fraction will be equal to x upon y. This is very simple. After that they are applying the condition according to question. They are saying if 2 is added to both numerator and denominator. Very simple. If 2 is added to both numerator and denominator, the fraction becomes 9 upon 11. Clear? So plus 2 is equal to 9 upon 11. Cross multiply these two. So ultimately you will get here this equation. 11x minus 9y is equal to minus 4. Give it equation number 1. Then after that the second condition, they are saying if 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, then the fraction reduces to 5 upon 6. Clearly they are saying plus 3, the fraction will be equal to 5 upon 6. After that cross multiply, you will get here another equation, that is number 2. So what is left here? Only solution of these equation by using substitution method. Clear? And that is your job. You need to find out the value of x and y by using substitution method, and ultimately you need to find out the fraction also. Clear? Because the question is to find the fraction. Don't leave the question incomplete, क्योंकि अगर आप fraction नहीं लिखोगे last में, then without any reason your half mark will be deducted. Okay, so don't leave this step, that fraction is equal to x upon y. The got whatever the value of x and y you will get here, you will put in this equation here, so that will give you your answer. Okay, so let's move to our sixth part. So in the sixth part they are talking about the ages. You can have a look on the question. 5 year hence, the age. Sometimes the student don't know the meaning of hence, so in that case you need to check out here the helping verb will means in future. It means hence means they are talking about the future time. 5 years hence means after 5 years the age of Jacob will be three times that of his son. So after 5 years they are talking, and here they are talking about 5 years ago, मतलब 5 साल पहले. So first of all our work is to suppose the present ages. Let the present age of Jacob is equal to x years, and that age of present age of son is equal to y years. Now see here we have written after 5 years. Okay, after 5 years age of Jacob will be x plus 5. This is common sense. 5 साल के बाद बंदा 5 साल बड़ा हो जाएगा. So you have to add the number. So x plus 5, that the age of son will be equal to y plus 5. Clear? Now what is the condition? After 5 years the age of Jacob will be three times that of the son. Three times means 3 multiply. Age of Jacob is equal to 3 multiplied by age of son. Then only you can put the is equal to sign. Now open the bracket, shift the terms on the one hand side, okay, and you will get the first equation. So this is the first condition, you got the first equation. Now the second condition, 5 years ago, 5 साल पहले, x minus 5, y minus 5. 5 साल पहले एनी पर्सन कैन बी 5 years यंगर, सो उसके लिए आपको -5 करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, 5 साल बाद के लिए +5, 5 साल पहले के लिए -5. नाउ व्हाट इज द कंडीशन? 5 years ago the Jacob was 7 times as old as his son. 7 times means 7 multiply. Now open the bracket, shift on the left hand side the terms, you will get here your second equation. Clear? So after that you need to apply the substitution method to find the value of x and y. Is it clear? So I hope you have understood. So this is all about exercise 3.3. The typical part we have discussed here, and some parts are left for you. And what is your duty to complete the whole exercise as well as the examples given before the exercise. Okay, so then only you can get the hold on this exercise or on this method. So now you can take the screenshot for this exercise that we have discussed today, so that you can make the notes in your notebooks. So this is the first page, substitution method, our second method of solving the pair of linear equation in two variables. Then here comes your second page. Here comes your third page. Take its screenshot. Here comes your fourth page. Keep one thing in your mind, that always we are solving the question with the help of short and simple methods. Okay, you may compare my methods with anyone. Okay, this is the fifth page. Now here comes your last page. Take its screenshot. I hope you have understood all the question properly. Go through the video one or two times and make your notes. Try to solve all the parts yourself, right? Then only you can have a hold on the method. And you have seen this method is very easy and as shorter method as compared to graphical method. Okay, so you must have the knowledge that which method you have to use. So in the exam you are given the equation like this only, they are not writing anything that about the methods, which method you have to use. Then it's your my own mind that which method has to be used. Okay, graphical method is lengthy method. So if you compare the both methods, then you should go with the substitution method, right? So try to complete this exercise, and in the next video I will be present there in front of you with new exercise, that is exercise 3.4, in which we will discuss the another method, the third method of solving the pair of linear equation. So if you have understood properly, kindly like the video, share it with your friends also, and subscribe to the channel also, and press the bell icon so that you will get the notification for the new videos in future. Thanks for watching the video. See you next time with a new video.